Morning, Leon.
Morning.
So some adversity here, maybe, for the first time, you lost 2 in a row and, you still got some injuries and stuff. What's the tact? People out, here and out there think it's a really, really big deal. What are the players, how do you handle it without overreacting?
Well, I think you just don't overreact, right? Obviously, we do need to clean up our game a little bit. It's been leaking a little bit the last little bit. We haven't really put in a 60-minute effort for a while now. So we do have to clean our game up a little bit and be better in certain areas. But at the same time, we know we're a good team. There's a reason we have the record that we have right now. And, we just got to get back to, I think, just simplifying it, keeping it tight, just compact hockey, and I think we'll be okay.
Dave Tippett talked yesterday about how he talks to some guys, and here and there's lots of conversations, but he said the video, it doesn't lie. What was the video session like yesterday as a whole?
Yeah, it's true, right? The video doesn't lie. It does look a lot slower from, I don't know how many feet up top than when you're out there, I can tell you that much. But again, there's just certain things that we need to do better and clean up, and especially in our D zone and away from the puck. I think there's a lot of things that we can do better as a group, and which will help us win hockey games and make us harder to play against. So it's just kind of finding that balance of, not having to score 5 goals every game to win, essentially, winning a game 2-1 or 3-2 or whatever it is. So we just kind of have to get back to that.
Leon, looking at this homestand, you got some pretty good teams coming in here, starting with the Wild tonight, I guess. How important is this homestand to kind of make a stand and play well before the Christmas breaks and everything else happens, I guess?
Yeah, it's huge. This homestand is really big. Obviously, like you said, great teams coming in. They're all really good hockey teams. So it's going to be a tough homestand, but I think we're ready for it. We're well prepared, and obviously, like you said, it's a really big homestand for us. Going into Christmas and all that kind of stuff.
Now, you see how well the Wild are playing, but it's been 2 years since you guys have played them. Is there still an adjustment period when you get on the ice playing them? Because it's been such a long time since some of these teams have come in and played you.
Well, I think if anything, you're a little excited when you face these teams that you haven't faced in a long time. I don't think there's too big of a difference in terms of how teams play. There's 2-3 systems out there that teams play, right? So we've seen teams this year that play similar to Minnesota, so that's not that big of an issue. But I think it's just exciting to face different teams that you haven't seen in a long time.
Hi, Leon. You're in a stretch now where you play 30 games in 62 games or 62 days or something crazy like that. Normally you just deal with it, but last year you didn't have this type of schedule. It was all sort of condensed and not as much travel. How are you guys adjusting to it, and how do you deal with what's ahead of you?
Yeah, it's different. I think we're all used to it. Last year was an off year. It was different. It was fun, but I think we're all we're all excited to have this schedule back and get into that rhythm. And a lot of times, I know it seems like it's a lot of games in a short amount of days, but that rhythm makes you feel good. When you play every other day, you're just going to the rink, you're going to play, and you don't really think about anything else other than playing. So sometimes that's nice too.
Leon, your power plays set such a high level the last few years, kind of hovering around 30%. In the last month, for you guys, it's low, only at 21. Is that just an ebb and flow? Is there anything you see specific lately on your power play that you want to sharpen up?
Yeah, there's certain things that we would like to sharpen up. I think we got to get back to outworking teams, and that creates the 5-on-5 kind of hockey that I think we're the best in the league at. Playing on the power play in a 5-on-5 type of way almost. So there's certain things that we need to do better and clean up, but I mean, I have all the trust in the world and in our group on the power play. So we'll get back to it.
And one small detail, starting games well. You guys, when you score first, have a great record. Most teams, it's really hard to win consistently when you're playing from behind. What have you noticed just in the slow starts recently, and how do you change that as a group as one of the leaders?
Yeah, I mean, that's another thing that I think is hurting us a little bit right now. You're always playing from behind. It's easy for teams to just kind of keep us to the outside. There's no point for them to open up the game or give us an outnumbered rush or anything like that. So we have to have better starts for sure. Going into the second period with a lead would be I think really big for our team.
Yeah, I think 8 years of post-secondary education, I think I could figure that out. Just a thought on Darnell, like getting him back, and I mean, you, Connor, and Darnell are obviously I know there's other leaders, but you're kind of the core leadership, and just the energy level and what he brings to your team, and how it changes the complexion of your defense, him back in.
Yeah, I mean, I talked about it the other day. He plays 30 minutes a night, or close to 30 minutes a night, and he does everything. He's on the PK, on the power play. He's our rock back there, right? So it's great having him back. I thought he was really good for being out a little while. So yeah, it's great having him back.